guys and girls, welcome back to the Automation AI Card Generator Championships, and today we'll be generating our new split 1956 Gasmea. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so here we are, 1956 in the light campaign, ready to generate our next 6 entries. So selecting Gasmea, of course. Let's generate ourselves a number between 1 and 13. Hello. Okay, that's 13. Let's see which number that'll be. That's GT Premium. So let's generate a GT Premium car. And here we are. It scores 133 in GT Premium. Let's have a little look what it's chosen. Here we are then. Cool, sporty looking body. Definitely fits the kind of GT Premium thing, I would say. So let's have a little look through, make sure everything's set right. See, this gearing is not very long either, so I'm presuming this is a bug with the gear ratios, because if we, yeah, it's gaining score like crazy there in these categories. So we definitely have to be careful about the gear ratios, there's no question. So I will interfere with gear ratios only to get the best score in the chosen demographic. Okay, so we'll go for no overdrive gear, and we've got 197.5. So if we set it up as if it is an overdrive, we do get slightly higher score, 197.8. Does that mean we'd have more wheel spin? Yes, it does, a lot more wheel spin. If we set it as an overdrive gear, can we adjust the first gear to be shorter? Yes, we can. 70 miles an hour in first. That's too much. That's killing the score if we make it longer though, because of the amount of wheel spin we're getting. I want it to be fairly reasonable. What sort of engine do we have? Oh, it's a big 5.5 litre V8, so I guess the long gear ratio should be fine. 244 horsepower out of this, and it's got a monocoque chassis, so it should be fairly decent in the corners. 16 valve, oh that's 2 valve per cylinder on a V8, so that's nothing special. But yes, this is still the 50s, so we can't expect a lot. So am I happy with this gear ratio? Not quite. No, it seems to be happier here, I think, without an overdrive. Yeah, let's go with that. 49 miles an hour in first gear as well. Okay, so now we've averted that crisis, as we didn't from the previous cluster of cars. We can also make sure our brakes are going to be okay, because they are not set up properly either. At least with the older cars, the first group that we did, the wheel size wouldn't allow any bigger brakes, so that is something we're going to have to tinker with as well, because the scoring is now way better. We're now at 206 from doing that, so let's see if they like a bit less pad type. We'll leave it there, I think. Yeah, I like how the AI also uses quality where it's relevant. See, 0, 0, 0, got +2, including our tech pool, another +2 there for our brakes. Okay, so I shall dress it. Okay, so there it is, the caliber, entry number 007, pretty appropriate for a GT Premium car. So here's the markets. It's only good for GT Premium or Luxury Premium, but that's fine. This score's really good in the chosen category. So let's put it round our test tracks. Automation first, 233.41, then Grand Valley Speedway, 256.32, and Road Atlanta, 159.83. Okay, there she is, ready for export. This time I'll export to Automation as well as BeamNG, since I can then go back to the car and do stuff to it if I need to, rather than just deleting the project and losing it in Automation. Okay, so the next entry. Let's generate a number. 1, and that will be Fun Budget again. Okay, scoring well in Fun Budget, 153.7. Let's take a look. And there it is. Goodness me. 50 horsepower. Ouch. Look at those tyres. Okay, so let me dress this and paint it. Okay, so it's going to look a little bit like that. Well, entirely like that. Not exactly invoking excitement on site, is it? But hey, that's our entry 008, which is going to be called the Gnat. I'm actually using a random noun generator to get name ideas, because yeah, there's a lot of cars to name. That's not ever been my forte. So let's check all the gears, and yes, this is set up insanely wrong. Okay, that looks much better. Let's check the brakes. Brakes are fine. So did the brakes fine this time with this car. Okay, so there's the design stats. And the markets look pretty good. Definitely scoring better in fun than fun budget, but again, that's just the way it is back then. Okay, ready for our next entry. Let's generate our number. Number 3. Which is Fun Premium. So our 50s Fun Premium car, 213 in premium, that's pretty good. Let's hope it's a different body from the last one, because that was pretty tiny. It's not, or it might be the slightly bigger version of that body. But at least this thing looks a bit more capable with wider tyres, so it'd be interesting to compare the two. 90 horsepower, that shouldn't be too little for a car of this size. Okay, I think I've molested this design enough. Yeah. Just trying to switch up what I do a little bit so they don't all look exactly the same. And this one's called the Heartwood, courtesy of my noun generator that I'm using. Right, so let's check the gearing. Make sure we're scoring the best it can in Fun Premium. Score shooting up as I shorten the gears down a bit. Seems to be happy there. Any spacing adjustments? Yep, like shorter. Okay, seems pretty happy there. 222.4. Check the brakes. Yep, much more to get there. Okay, so let's look at the design. And the markets. Scoring very well in Fun Premium, 230.9. Also does quite well in the Family Sports, Family Premium, even Muscle. Half interested in it. Must mean it's quite peppy, lightweight and fast. Okay, so the Heartwood's ready for export. Interesting to see how this comes out. Yeah, very basic design again. Sorry. Be here all day otherwise. Okay, ready for the next entry. Let's generate a number. 5. Which is Pony. So let's have a pony car, please. So here we are. It scores 123.8 in Pony. And now it scores 115.5 in Pony. So I'm not quite sure what happened there. Here it is. Old body. Why are you using such an old body? Well, that's what it's given us. It's got a 3 litre inline 6. Average amount of power. Monocoque chassis. Does score very well. But it doesn't score very well in Pony. It scores very well in Family Utility. City Premium. But hey ho, let's go with it. Okay, so it's going to look a bit like that. Pretty samey, but we'll have more modern technology within it, which it does than when it was in the 40s and we were generating them. So it's got monocoque chassis, probably better suspension and stuff. So check the gears. Wow, 2-gear automatic. Let's stretch further. Yes, it does. Let's keep an eye on our Pony score. Try and get that as high as possible. Quite happy there. It's the top speed. Doesn't like that spacing. Quite a bit of wheel spin on the go, so we will stretch first gear out a bit. Since it's an automatic, it's not too bad. You can just ride the torque converter. I'm about happy there. 121. Let's check the brakes. Inadequate, but they don't like it. In fact, they want worse brakes, and the score's shooting up. It's interesting. Lowering the brake performance is putting the score up. It's probably helping with the affordability, actually. So they can only just afford this car at the moment. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it there. I don't want to go too over the top. 123 is quite good. Everything else we will leave. So there's the design stats. And there are the markets. So yeah, pretty good all-rounder. Okay, so this one's called the Signet, the 10th entry. ready for export. Okay, next entry. That's the number 6, which is another muscle car. Yay! This time with a decent gearbox, hopefully. So it scores 169.5 in muscle off the bat. So let's go and have a look at what we've got. Another one of these. So I guess this is a chance to redeem this body, seeing as our previous muscle car with this body was horrendous. Quite fast, but the gear ratios weren't set right. So let's dress this one. Okay, so it's going to look a bit like that, and it's called the Camel. So let's check the gears. Yep, same problem again. Let's optimize to the muscle category. Okay, looks quite happy there. Check the brakes. Could do with some more. Nope, muscle category doesn't like more brakes. It does at the rear. Okay, that's the way it'll be. So there's the design stats. Nice 4.1 litre V8. 140 horsepower, not too bad. There's the markets. 169.6 in muscle. So it's pretty decent. 155 in sport. So it should be pretty fun on the track. Okay, so the Camel ready to export. Slightly more modern take on this old 40s body shell. Only slightly. Yep, this one should be a lot better than the last muscle car we produced for this series. Okay, for the final entry of this cluster, let's generate another number. Number 9, which is sports. We'll finish with a nice sports car. Fingers crossed, and something pretty tasty. Okay, so we have our sports car. Scores 227.5 in sport. That's pretty decent. And it's this body again, but this time it's not GT Premium, it's sports. So we should be able to do something with that. Perhaps we'll change the styling a little bit. I'm not sure if the generator does anything with the proportions. I doubt it. But for sport, we'll go for a slightly smaller kind of look. Just want it to look a bit different from the other one. I know I haven't done that with some of the other duplicate bodies we've had, but yep, that will do. Okay, so let's dress her up. Okay, so this one will be called the Vision sports car. That's what it'll look like. Let's check the drivetrain, another one that's not set up properly. Okay, it looks happy there with the gears. Check the brakes. Yep, get more score there. Okay, so there's the design stats. 3.3 litre V8. And then the markets. Scoring now 275.4 in sport. Brilliant. Okay, so the final entry of this cluster, ready to export. And that's the final entry for this group, which is the 1956 Gasmea AI generated vehicles. So in the next episode we'll be taking them out on a road test, driving around with some traffic, see how they get on, how they feel, whether any of them need revising at all or not. Thanks for joining me on this entry selection or generation video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take it easy guys and girls, bye bye.